Going to be a lot of pride, of course, when you're going up against your own country on center court. This is what it's all about, getting this opportunity to step up to the plate.
Well, here is the first referee from just across the border in the Czech Republic, Milan Vachutka. And he is going to be ably assisted on the near side by Giovanni Bate from the Republic of South Africa. So, Dane, let's hand over to you to introduce our players for this penultimate match on day 6 on the Red Bull Arena.
Well, like I said, this is all about pride. I don't care what has happened to this point. This is a huge matchup. First, let's start off with Thomas Kundert, 28 years of age, 6'3", 190 centimeters. He is the defensive specialist. He will be patrolling the backcourt, and he has a career best 5th place. He's pulled that off 2 times. His partner is Dressler, 24 years of age, 197 centimeters tall. He is a blocker, full-time up at the net. This team received the host country entry, and they're trying to make the most of it. For Dressler, a 5th place twice as well. He would love to improve upon that finish here in his home country of Austria, hosting this unbelievable World Championships. On the other side of the net, a player we know well. He was in the 2016 Olympics, finished 9th with his former partner. 27-year-old, 190 centimeters, 6'3" tall, and that is blocker Robin Seidl. His partner, 23 years of age, a bronze in the 2013 Under-21 World Championships. His best is a 9th place on the FIVB World Tour. He's pulled that off 6 times. He's 6'3", 191 centimeters tall, and that is Tobias Winter.
So, Seidl and Winter looking to try and eliminate their compatriots. Very difficult mentally to come into this one, knowing you're up against training partners, but once that whistle blows, it's all about trying to win. Well, look at that, 51 degrees now. It was over 60 earlier on today. And Kundert and Dressler playing in their first World Championships together. And it is going to be Seidl who gets this one underway. That is a nervous start from Thomas Kundert.
Well, nerves can take over. Remember, getting into center court with this huge crowd, 10 to 12,000 seat capacity, can really rattle your nerves. We've seen it happen to so many different teams.
Both sides, oh, that's good defense. It's put away by Winter. Both sides have played all their matches on this court, so you would imagine they should be used to it by now. But I guess maybe the enormity of the situation. You know, those are pool matches. If you lose, there's another chance. There's no second chance here tonight.
Yeah, it's really nice. I love covering matches where winner advances, loser goes home. It means a lot, and that's why you'll see that extra effort out here. We're in the round of 32, the knockout rounds. We've been waiting for this position all week long.
So advantage now for Kundert and Dressler. Can Dressler finish this off? Rolls it cross court. He does. They're on the scoreboard.
Dressler knowing how to downshift right there. Instead of challenging the block of Seidl, he goes high up over the block. Tobias Winter takes a look at it, but he can't get his footing.
So Kundert on the serve. It's a good serve. Seidl. That's a good block by Dressler.
We will definitely be taking note on who can win the blocking battle up at the net. Will it be Dressler or will it be Seidl? That time Dressler striking first. Beautiful technique getting over the net. Big hit by Robin Seidl, going for it right there, challenging the block. And after a player gets a block, as Dressler had just done, then you want to go right back at him, challenge him once again, and that time Seidl wins the battle.
Tobias Winter. Well, they've left it to each other there.
That is the exact design of that serve. Tobias Winter going right down the middle. Jump float serve. You see both players kind of in sync go the opposite direction, resulting in an ace.
Pounce.
And
I think there'll be a challenge here, I think. I think they're going to challenge for a net fault. Going to challenge for a net fault.
Yeah, illegal challenge request for Austria, red.
An illegal challenge.
not sure exactly what they were trying to challenge there, but just for the record, ball in and out, block touch, net fault, antenna touch, and foot fault are the only instances that you can challenge. We're not exactly sure what was requested, but it definitely was denied by the head referee.
I'll tell you what, Dressler's channeled that disappointment, hasn't he? He's absolutely torn the cover off the ball with that spike.
Yeah, that was a huge hit right there, and I absolutely agree with you. I believe releasing a little frustration. That's what you have to do, funnel that frustration to your benefit.
Nice work from Seidl.
Seidl, the most experienced player out on the court at just 27 years of age. Not the oldest. That would go to Thomas Kundert. But Seidl has been to the Olympic Games, finished 9th place with his former partner, Alexander Hubert.
Well, that was quite some performance down in Rio, wasn't it? I mean, they got the better of the American pair, Gibb and Patterson. Well, Gibb and Patterson had a shocker, didn't they, down in Rio?
Yeah, Gibb and Patterson, well, they just didn't perform. And that happens at times. You know, Jake Gibb has been to the Olympics 3 times. He got a couple of 5th, so it was uncharacteristic to finish in 19th. But when you come up against a young up-and-coming player, as Robin Seidl is, you know, now starting to enter that prime of his career, it'll be interesting who will take the torch in Austrian volleyball when Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst end up moving on, because Doppler's 36 now. You're looking at 4 players right here are all under the age of 28 years of age. So passing that torch will be interesting, because Clemens Doppler has been playing since I was playing. You know, I started playing in Austria in '98, and that's when he began. And so I retired about 2007, 2008, and he's been going ever since. The question is, how long can he go as Seidl gets a stuff block?
Seidl getting up well. Really good hang time from Robin Seidl. Straight out Winter. Now can Winter finish? Yes, he can.
Tobias Winter needs to continue with these sharp shots, because when momentum is on his side, he's such a confident player. And when things go wrong, we've seen in a couple of the pool play matches, he can kind of get unsettled, but so far so good by Tobias Winter.
Seidl makes it 10-5. So the Austrian team in the red tops, black shorts.
That's Kundert. Kundert, 60.72 kilometers per hour on that kind of wrist away shot down the line.
Yeah, apologies, getting my Austrian teams mixed up. It's 10-6 to the team in white with red shorts.
It can shouldn't be confusion. You got two Austrian teams going up against one another. Tobias Winter and Robin Seidl in the white jerseys. And on the other side of the net, Dressler and Kundert. But Dressler and Kundert, I mean, wow, they both have the same white hat on. That right there is Dressler, the taller of the two. But they're almost mirror images in terms of their wristbands on their arms, their hats backwards. I mean, come on, guys, give us a break. Put one of the hats on forward.
Dressler's got shades. Not always easy to see, but that's the telltale. As the serve from Seidl goes long. Yeah, another pair like that, Herrera and Guevara, the Spanish pair, wear exactly the same kit. Very similar in build as well. In fact, they're the same height. That's a good spike from Dressler.
Dressler getting up and absolutely crushing that ball to the deep court. Don't have to hit that ball straight down. Hitting it to the deep court, they're at 83.44 kilometers per hour. One of the heavier hits that we've seen. And then what do? Dressler giving it right back to Seidl and Winter. And you're just starting to see the experience on the side with Robin Seidl. He's a little sharper. And Kundert and Dressler, they're giving away some easy points, some unforced errors, and all of a sudden Seidl and Winter are out to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, 18-13, it's commanding for them. And Seidl refusing the ice on the back of the net. Winter has got it going on, trying to cool himself down. Well, the winner of this is going to have an interesting match in the first round of the knockout. Diaz and Gonzalez, Evandro Loyola, Lucena Dalhouser, or Jefferson and Sharif await the winners. If Kundert and Dressler win, they can't go and play Diaz and Gonzalez because they already played them in the pool round. So it would be one of Evandro Loyola, Lucena Dalhouser, or Jefferson and Sharif. It's a complicated system, but teams that played each other in the pool round can't play each other again in the first round of the knockout. Get Winter climbing into that one.
Yeah, Winter right there climbing the ladder to get up. He's showing his big vertical leap after a beautiful defensive play. Controls it. You love to see that. That's pretty volleyball. Complete play, digging the ball and converting. Crushing cross-court by Dressler. You notice how Dressler's getting a lot of the balls, and you might be thinking, why do you go to the taller Dressler, who's 6 foot 6 inches tall, as opposed to his partner, Kundert, who's just 6'3"? It's because a lot of times the shorter player has to be a little more crafty and have all the shots. We have a net violation on Seidl, and he's not going to complain about that one. Here's a look at it. Seidl up at the net. Just is a little bit too aggressive. That right arm hits his forearm. Gives a thumbs up to the second referee.
Go.
Rolled by Winter. Yeah, you mentioned Dressler doing the attacking. If you look at the stats throughout the competition, Kundert's taken on the majority of it. He's had 40 attacks during the tournament. Dressler just 24. Here's Kundert again. That is a good spike.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people will go away from the taller player just thinking that they're more powerful, but a lot of times it's harder to deal with the shorter player. It's the case of like Alisson and Bruno. A lot of people like to go to Alisson because maybe they can stop that big, powerful shot, and they don't want to run down those smooth angle shots as we just saw from Robin Seidl. Those a little bit more difficult to get a read on. Look how sharp this is. Wrist away, shoulders were facing down the line, and he cuts it cross court. Kundert couldn't get there in time.
Inflated serve to Kundert. Finds the kill. There's Clemens Doppler watching his compatriots.
Yeah, he's checking out the next generation, absolutely. And who will be the heir to the throne? Because Doppler and Alexander Horst have had quite a run as the #1 Austrian team for years. And who knows how much longer they will play, but we're getting a glimpse at the youngsters, the future of Austrian volleyball out here right now. What a set by Robin Seidl, and Winter just couldn't convert.
Chance here now for Dressler. Good work from Seidl, good work from Winter. Dressler, Kundert goes short, but that's straight to Winter, who can finish here. No, he can't. Have another go. Seidl finally finishes it off. What a rally. Rally of the match so far.
That was beautiful, back and forth. Great defense being played, and look at the hustle. Winter gets that ball up in the air. Seidl tries to get it down. Look at the switch of directions by Dressler. Putting up a good set right here, and then that shot way too high in the air, too much time. And there is Tobias Winter ripping the ball, and then Seidl saying, that's enough. Let me go to the corner and put an end to this rally. Some great playing by all four players.
17-13, Seidl and Winter lead. The ball is with Winter. Yeah, clever shot from Kundert there.
Yeah, he's really good at facing one direction and going the other. That time it looked like he was going to go cross court. Got up high, as he does, with that huge vertical leap, and then just goes over the block, making it look really easy.
Yeah, good block. Important block.
What great timing right now. Up at the net, Dressler closing the gap to just 2. So if they can manufacture some points here, but while serving with a block or a dig, they can get themselves right back in it.
Winter with the set. How about that for a spike from Seidl?
That's what Seidl is so good at. He knows volleyball so well that he's not going to let you get bunches of points. He knows the urgency of putting that ball away quickly so that the other team doesn't gain that momentum.
Good read from Winter. Now can he finish? No, Kundert does really well. Now Kundert needs to put this away if he can. He can't. Good reactions from Dressler. Didn't know too much about it. More good reactions this time from Winter. Seidl though on the wrong side of the net. Can't keep it alive. He's perfectly entitled to play the ball from there.
And you thought that Seidl was going to win that rally with some great blocks, but the covering from Dressler and Kundert saved the day right there, giving themselves more opportunities. And finally, it's Dressler. Look at that. Winter trying to make the dig, goes over the net and out of bounds, unplayable.
Kundert serving 16-18. Touched, so Kundert has to put this back over. Winter does well once again. He goes cute, but Kundert is there. Kundert. Winter, too much power. They're back to within a point.
Dressler and Kundert, impressive play right now. They're chipping away at the lead, extending on that hit right there, and they're playing with some momentum and fire. They have not given up, and they've stayed close. Remember, it was about a 4-point lead just a few minutes ago, and they've completely turned things around here. And Seidl and Winter going to think about this one, call a little bit of a timeout and try to regroup.
Yeah, it was 15-10 to this pair, and then 16-12. So, some good work. Another great atmosphere here in the Red Bull Arena. So, coming up to 6 o'clock in the evening, we've got another, 2.5 hours of sunlight, and it is absolutely roasting still. Can't fail to inspire you. Now, will the timeout work for Seidl and Winter? It's Kundert with the ball. He's on a run of 2. Goes to Winter, Seidl with the set. Winter with the finish.
I love this. This is when the pressure starts to mount. It's one thing to make big plays early on in the set, but at the tail end, that's when it gets extremely important. Seidl and Winter with a nice advantage right here.
Well, that's quite close to the net. Enough power on it from Dressler. Gets a bit of the Seidl block. Huge point coming up here. Should Seidl and Winter side out, they'll have 2 set points. Kundert couldn't quite keep it alive, and so it is 2 set points. Seidl, Winter.
Seidl and Winter really look solid here in the end, not giving up points. A big push by Dressler and Kundert, but they've somehow fended it off to get to this spot.
Here's a chance then for the first set. Winter rolls. Kundert keeps it alive. He needs to finish this if he can. He can.
And Tobias Winter doesn't deserve that point. You can't come in and give an easy roll shot when you have set point. You got to bring it. You got to be aggressive. And look at that. In the backcourt, Kundert is all over it. Dressler gives them a beautiful set, and they earn that point. And they're close to getting right back into this.
Set point number 2 on the Kundert serve. Goes to the big serve, goes to Winter. Seidl with the set. Winter balloons it long. 2 set points saved. And Seidl and Winter just choking.
Oh, remember what I told you, when the confidence is high, he's fine. But when he makes 1 or 2 errors, he looks like he puts a lot of pressure on himself.
Again, they go to Winter, asking to play another shot. This time he finds it.
Tobias Winter, not sure if he can hang on, giving away a couple points, but he bounces back right now, rips that ball right down the middle. And now Winter and Seidl will have set point once again.
We've got a timeout first, called by Kundert and Dressler. Now, having gifted up a set point on the Kundert serve, they've now got to try and win the set on their own serve.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to Dressler and Kundert by getting themselves back in. at 20-18.
Well, they were level at 2-all. This is the first time, well, at 20-all, it was the first time they've been on level terms since 2-all at the start of the set. So real dogged fight from Kundert and Dressler, and they need more of it now to save a third set point.
Yeah, it seems like they've been playing catch-up the whole time, but really steady and have stayed persistent, hanging in there. Can they fend it off here?
Winter almost gets really lucky with the net court. Kundert climbs into it. Third set point saved.
Look out if you're Seidl and Winter. You've controlled this entire set, and now Dressler and his partner Kundert are really poised to possibly steal this set.
Again to Winter. Well, Winter after 2 errors has found his mojo again.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it done when it was set point, and now they're going to have to work a little extra hard to finish this thing off.
Fourth opportunity. This time they asked Dressler to have a go. Coolness personified as he rolls it.
Big smiles on the face of Dressler and Kundert. You know, they've played comfortable this whole time in terms of relaxed, not getting too stressed, even though the pressure has been on.
Yeah. Winter says anything you can do, I can do as well. Set point number 5.
So smooth, that shot. And Winter earned that. When you hit the ball hard, you get the defense on the heels, and that opens up the short roll shot.
Oh yes, good improvisation from Dressler. Had to get there first, otherwise this is the first set all over.
Seidl once again, and see how much he's talking. He's saying, come on, let's do this thing. Let's get this over with, because the opportunities have already been there for Seidl and Winter, but they have not been able to capitalize just yet.
6th time of asking if they have a set point. And this time they convert. The pressure finally tells. And Seidl and Winter take the first set, 25-23. There would have been real questions asked had they lost that, but they haven't. Now can they kick on? Good block.
Beautiful block at the net, and give a lot of credit to Dressler and Kundert, who hung in there. As you said, they were tied up at 2, and they didn't tie it up again till in the 20s. I mean, they were playing catch-up the whole time, but their fight and their tenacity kept them into it. Can they sustain that in the second set? Taking a look at the match statistics, 15-16 in terms of attacks, blocks really even, 2-3, and that goes in favor of Robin Seidl. So very even match.
That third block won them the set. There is the Seidl and Winter spike speed. Half the spikes going down the middle of the court.
It's all about recovery right now for Dressler and Kundert. Maybe need to be a little more aggressive serving. I like that serve. Try to get Robin Seidl And Tobias Winter in some sort of trouble. There it is. And they strike first, Dressler and Kundert. Good cover once again. A lot of good covers by Dressler and Kundert because Seidl's getting his hand on all sorts of hits.
Just long. Good power from Dressler.
What Dressler and Kundert need to do is make sure once they get a point and they go back to serve, that's when they really have to start capitalizing on the momentum and things going their way. They seem to be giving it up. I like that serve a lot. Great rip.
Wow. That is some get from Kundert. Advantage still with Seidl and Winter, and Seidl at the very last minute changes his mind. He was always going to do it, but he sold the defense the other way.
Great up right there, and then you have a free ball situation. Look at Seidl come in and then just roll it right over the net. He's so good at timing that over the net on two. That time Kundert really good at seeing Seidl drop off the net. Those instinctive volleyball plays are what it's all about. You see that blocker drop, he's waiting for a shot. What do? You hit it right at him. If I'm Dressler and Kundert, I'm rolling the dice a little. I don't want to play back and forth and wait till it's 20-all to push the panic button. I want to start to play with more of a sense of urgency early on. Look at that nice touch by Seidl.
Opportunity here for Dressler. Good set. And Dressler makes no mistake.
It's a good start for Dressler and Kundert right there. That's all you can ask for. Tobias Winter having a little fun trying to play that ball off the bounce.
Winter rifling that one at Dressler.
And there's Robin Seidl striking again, up at the net. Up and over. Don't try to go over on two. Robin Seidl waiting in the wings. And he's just a cool character.
Puts his team in front for the first time in the second set. Winter floats it to Kundert. Kundert rolls it into the backcourt corner.
Inside out. Great deception. It's just about consistency. Can Dressler and Kundert just continue to be consistent? And that's a big move. They needed that right there. And a net violation. Unfortunate for Dressler. I'm not sure what the official call was.
So they didn't call the net fault, and the challenge is for the net fault.
Interesting, because the second referee, Papadougoulis, had called net, but the head referee didn't acknowledge it. So there is a fault, no question about it. Papadougoulis had called that. Not sure why he didn't relay that to the up ref, Rivera Rodriguez, but nonetheless, it seems like they have worked it out. Remember, each team gets 2 challenges per set. If you're unsuccessful, you lose them. But if you are successful, basically you can have unlimited challenges. So a good challenge by Seidl and Winter.
Six all.
Nice option right there. We call that the option when you pass the ball in the first contact up to the net, because the setter not only has the option to set you, but he has the option to go over as well.
Winter prostrate, and well, they win the point, but that was right on the edge for Seidl and Winter.
Yeah, that's called out of system when the serve is so good and you don't get a good pass. Seidl completely out of system, goes right into our cameras. Ball goes up to a nice position. And Tobias Winter is able to put it away. Look at that set. That's beautiful.
Right, we've just had a point while that's been going on, and it's gone the way of Kundert and Dressler, so it's 7 all.
And we're going to have a challenge.
Challenge request by Team Austria, white for net fault.
A net fault. So what happened here is Dressler, I believe, and Kundert are challenging for a net fault. Trying to work out exactly what happened there.
No, the bottom one is the challenge. Oh, let's see. Kundert actually quite cleverly plays it down the net, doesn't he, to get it off the hand.
Yeah, we call that using the block there. So I'm not sure exactly what the initial call was, but I believe that maybe Seidl was challenging whether there was a net violation on Dressler and Kundert, because Kundert and Dressler won that play in terms of wiping the ball off the block and out of bounds, but he might have touched the net. Taken a while in the review box to check this thing out, and the players will kind of get a much-needed rest, but they are growing a little impatient, and the drama is building.
Winter trying to get the crowd clapping. It does take a while.
And he's got him going.
No, your decision was our point.
Replaying the point. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe they can't.
Because they took the challenge. But I'm sorry, you gave us the point.
Kundert's saying you've given us the point, but obviously something's gone wrong with the challenge. They couldn't view the footage.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. If you're unable to rule that footage, then they should stick with whatever they can with that call. And the call initially was a point for Dressler and Kundert. So
well, hold on, and we are now getting the review. But it took so long, I think. Hold on, this isn't the point, is it? This isn't the point we're supposed to be reviewing. Is it? And now it's been. Well, this is a bit of a mess. That's not the point that was reviewed. And now it has been given to Kundert and Dressler. But that wasn't the play that was challenged.
yeah, it appeared that they were reviewing the wrong instance, but they shouldn't have a problem with that. They should always be reviewing that last play that happened unless the players
happened at
down.
Wimbledon. It happened at Wimbledon in the tennis. At a Hawkeye review, they played the wrong point.
No fault was committed to any team. So.
So they've switched sides. The ball is with Kundert.
Yeah, I agree. 9 times out of 10, the Hawkeye system, everything works seamlessly. But in terms of coming to a ruling on that last play, it was a complete mess. And they'll definitely review what went down there, but there's a few errors that happened right there, and I think the players, even themselves, are a bit confused.
I think the right result was eventually got to by very roundabout and the wrong means, but it was the right result, it seemed.
Yeah, it seemed like it was Dressler and Kundert's point. Didn't look like that there was any violation, but you never want that kind of confusion down on center court.
Oh, yes. Good hang time from Dressler, who swings the advantage back towards his side.
Look at the timing. He knows it's going to be a shot, so he delays his jump just slightly. He goes up the ladder and then just throws it right back. Robin Seidl only can watch.
Good power, but Kundert right behind it. Dressler forward, and Kundert finishes it off. What a point. That will really lift them.
Just a beautiful transition point. Dressler throws it up right at the net, and Robin Seidl decides to drop. I think that might be the wrong call, as good a blocker as he is. And as he drops, Kundert does exactly what you do. You hit the ball at that retreating blocker.
Well, they've called a timeout, have Winter and Seidl. It's the biggest run of points in the set so far, and it's gone to the Dressler-Kundert Austrian team. So they'll be back on the benches in another 3 points. We saw the Austrian women's team call a timeout at a similar point in the second set of the previous match.
Tobias Winter ready to get out on that court, ready to kind of right the ship. Things haven't been going the way of Seidl and Winter here in the second set. Early on, Dressler and Kundert starting to kind of get themselves back in and lead from the front rather than play catch-up.
Some power there. Winter.
Such a nice serve as well. Short serve takes the approach out of Robin Seidl, but he's able to get up quickly and convert it into some offense.
Read by Winter. Now can he finish? Nice.
Big play, and just like that, Seidl and Winter have got themselves all tied up at 10. Beautiful defensive play, convert it into a little angle shot. And both these teams would love to have the lead going into the technical timeout.
Which comes after this point. Dressler climbs, block is made, and it is the team of Winter and Seidl who have the advantage, as they did in the first set, but then it was a 5-point advantage. Now it's just a 1-point advantage. And it's another big block from Seidl.
Seidl, look how he seals the net. He's got great technique, gets up and over. You see the fist pump at the end. He knows how important that point is. He's got to get that momentum back on his side. Five successful blocks for Robin Seidl. 8 successful attacks. The blocks have been the difference, keeping his team just slightly in front.
A very even second set. But, these guys here have got to believe. This is the second meeting between the two this season, incidentally. They met in qualifying at the Porridge Major 5 start. Seidl and Winter won it in 3, 21-17, 18-21, 15-11. So wouldn't be a surprise to see this one go to 3. It's been very close throughout. So Tobias Winter will get us back underway. Serves to Dressler. Dressler rolls, Winter makes the dig. Now can he make the spike? No, he can't, because Dressler's there with a block, but he's going to get a second chance, although Dressler might outmuscle him. But Kundert comes up with a knuckle cut shot.
He's so good at that right there. He took a look at Tobias Winter right underneath him, and he went right away. There's the defense of Winter. Gets it up, has an opportunity, but then a stuff block. Great cover by Winter. And then the joust at the net, kept on the side. And then Kundert with a little away shot. Look at that rotation. Beautiful deception by Kundert.
Rolled by Kundert, and they're back in front. It's swaying one way and then the other.
You see, last time Kundert went cross court, and then you got to respect it. So Tobias Winter was protecting cross court, and that time he went down the line.
Tactical serve from Kundert. Winter had to backtrack to get that spike away. Dressler was also backpedaling.
And you see how comfortable Robin Seidl and Tobias Winter are. They know they have one set already. And if this continues back and forth, it will become really pressure time for Dressler and Kundert.
That time, Seidl does well, does really well. Now it's their turn to be in front.
Really nice play at the net. We call that turning and burning. He gets up, somehow plays the ball after being a blocker, and then Tobias Winter gives him a great set to put away. But beautiful balance as a blocker for Robin Seidl. Net violation by Seidl that time. All tied up at 13.
There you go, clearly see it. Dressler continues to be aggressive with his serve. And then makes the block. Advantage Dressler and Kundert now.
Dressler proving that he can block with the best of them. Right there, up and over the net. Dressler experiencing his first world championship.
Done it again. He's done it again.
I'm so surprised, you know, Robin Seidl, such a smart player, and he's really challenging the block of Dressler, and Dressler continues to have some answers.
A fist pump by Dressler before he serves. Now, can he control the adrenaline? Yes, he can. He's there again. Oh, he's overset it.
It's a big error right there. When you get an opportunity like that, you have to capitalize, especially when you're playing a strong team as Dressler and Kundert are. And they'll look back on that play right there if things don't turn out their way.
It's a challenge.
Red was 8.
We've seen quite a late challenge, but it's been allowed. No? No, late challenge, yeah. I thought it was a bit late.
Dressler going up to another floor. Looked like he almost hit that ball over the top of Robin Seidl. Dressler, 6'6", Seidl, 6'3".
Kundert Dumps it into the net. Still in front though, 16-15. Seidl floats it to Kundert. Down the line he goes.
2-point lead now for Kundert and Dressler. They look sharp. Now it's about consistency, continuing to do that. They're just 4 points away from evening this thing up, and that's exactly what this crowd would love to see.
Again he goes big, Dressler. He's been really impressive on serve, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's going for it. I love his aggressive demeanor. Ripping it, that's right down the middle of the court. And Tobias Winter thinking that maybe that middle ball goes to Robin Seidl, which usually has the priority, a 3-point lead.
Ah, yes, really clever serving. Excellent from Dressler.
How about that? Sharp angle. And after Seidl took a step to the middle of the court to pinch and take away the middle ace, great wherewithal by Dressler to go away to that angle shot.
Well, he puts in the service error, but two great aces gives his side a real opportunity in this second set. We've got the Kundert Dressler fan club down below our commentary box, and they've been on their feet throughout the entire match, waving their signs in the air, really getting behind their team. There they are, just there in the foreground. And can he pull one back? Yes, he can.
If you're Dressler and Kundert, you want to close this thing out really quick. You do not want to allow Seidl and Winter to get that 18th point, and this is going to be a timeout, I believe, called by Dressler and Kundert to think about it here. They know the importance of receiving serve and getting that 20th point. It really would put them in the driver's seat.
No, nothing needs to be said, just composing their thoughts. It's all about the process. Try and remember the process.
Absolutely. When you go to the sideline, a couple of deep breaths.
They look very relaxed, don't they? Given the
very
importance
calm
of the situation.
And Tobias Winter must be thinking, how did we get in this situation? We had control of this match, and if they lose this one, it's all even. And we go to that third set.
So Winter has possession of the ball. He's on a run of 2 successive points. Can he make it 3? Or can Dressler put the spike away? He rolls it, and it's 3 set points for Kundert and Dressler. 1 will be on the Kundert serve. If any more are required, it will be on the Seidl serve. Well, they will be required. 1 set point gifted away, but 2 to come now.
You really want to give yourself the opportunity. Keep that ball in the court. You never know when the team's going to give you a point. You hit it out, you have no chance.
Dressler and Kundert almost going for the same ball. It's messy. Oh, Kundert with excellent reactions to keep that alive. But the advantage still with Seidl and Winter off the Dressler block. And here we go.
Wow. They've dodged 1 bullet. I believe if Seidl and Winter can win this next point, they will have that momentum to seal up the match, but it just takes 1 time. Kundert and Dressler right here.
Here we go then. Seidl with the serve. Brings it in low. This is a bit more structured from the Dressler Kundert team. But Winter's kept it alive. Advantage for Winter. This direction, the third through the middle. And they have saved 3 set points. Oh my word.
Unbelievable. And remember what I said on that first set point when they had served. You have to keep that ball in play. Now there is life for Seidl and Winter.
They're still going to be chasing the set in theory if they side out here, Kundert and Dressler. Well, Winter's there again. Seidl puts it over because of the touch at the net. Oh, the block is there, and it's a match point.
I cannot believe this right here. 3 set points
in a row, not like separately, which is what happened to Seidl and Winter in the first set.
Yeah, Dressler and Kundert were in complete control at 20-17, and all of a sudden the tables have been completely turned upside down, and now they're on the defensive. Winter and Seidl celebrating and really trying to finish this thing off.
This surely has to be a float serve, like you say, get it in play. Whistle blows. Seidl thinks about his options. He does indeed float it to Kundert. Kundert must finish. He doesn't, it's all over. And they threw up 3 set points. And as you said, if they got into 20 all, the momentum would be Seidl and Winter's, and indeed it is. And they take the match at the first time of asking in straight sets. It's not to be. A birthday present for Christoph Dressler, a place in the knockout round. It goes to Seidl and Winter, and they advance to the main knockout draw in the men's competition. Real disappointment for Kundert and Dressler. They had a golden opportunity to take it to a third, but they couldn't take it.
That's that experience starting to kick in, and you see Kundert right there and Dressler have to be extremely frustrated. This is one of those losses you are never going to forget. Leading 2017, looking like they were going to tie things up. And then as soon as the experienced Seidl got the opportunity, he got the block. And wow, Seidl and Tobias Winter hanging in so tough. That was miraculous. I think the crowd was even stunned that this thing wasn't going 3. It was almost assured. But I'll tell you what, Kundert and Dressler just didn't have what it took to seal the deal.
7 blocks from Robin Seidl, and they came at key points. Real disappointment for Kundert. Delight, though, for Winter and Seidl. They survive a major scare in the second set. Yeah, it was all heart, big heart from Seidl and Winter. Doesn't get any easier from here though for them. Let's confirm that score then. 25-23, 22-20, desperately close between 2 very even Austrian teams. But in the end, Seidl and Winter making that experience tell. Let's have a look at the match stats, and well, a few surprises in there, Dave.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, they won the blocking. It was a really even back and forth, but the experience, the off plays were all won by Seidl and Winter, and that was the difference in the end.
Okay, I think we can hear from Seidl and Winter now. Let's get down onto the sand and join Julius Brink.